Hello everybody, my name is Engarde, and welcome back for more Pokemon Emerald. Just a little heads up at the start of this episode, if you hear something weird in the background, that's just my fan. Cause, I'm sorry if that kind of lowers the quality of the episode, but Jesus fucking Dick Christ, it's like 1,000,000 fucking degrees in here. So if I turned off my fan for even say half an hour, I would probably melt. I don't know why it's so fucking awful. All of a sudden, I mean, I suppose now it's just because of the humidity, because it's humid as hell. It's like at least 80 or 90% humidity where I live, almost constantly. And it's just extra awful right now, because the thing is, even if it's just I'm gonna use Celsius because I don't fucking know Fahrenheit. Sorry, America. Even if it's just 20 degrees Celsius, that's because of the intense humidity. 20 degrees Celsius is like fucking unbearable. If it's 20 degrees at night, which it has been for the last couple of days, I'm waking up in a puddle of my own sweat. Goddammit, it's unbearable. And now they're telling us it's gonna be like 30 degrees Celsius this weekend. Are you kidding me? Oh god, I'm at least I'm gonna be able to be in a house that is air conditioned, because right now where I live in my apartment, it's like an actual hot box, because first of all, it's not fucking ventilated here, not at all. I have one window, so there's no breeze going through the apartment, and I usually don't keep I don't keep my window open during the day, because I don't like other people listening to me, because when I'm at home I usually talk to myself and sing and laugh and all those kind of things. I just don't enjoy other people just being able to listen into that if they so feel like it, or even if they don't, if they just happen to have their window open and they just hear me right next to them going or something like that. And also it's not like it would help to have the window open, because there's no fucking wind. You would think living on the 4th floor there would be some wind, but no, there is nothing. It's fucking, there's no breeze. So the only way I'm able to fucking survive this heat in this apartment is by constantly blowing wind in my face, or else I risk almost a literal melting because of the intense heat. Yeah, kind of building on that what I said, yeah, because I'm actually going to be house sitting this weekend, which is going to be a lot of fun. So not only house sitting, I mean the house sitting is almost kind of like an additional part. That's not the main thing I'm doing, because I'm actually I'm watching my mom's dogs as well as my other dogs. She has 2 dogs, and she's also she's watching 3 additional dogs. So I'm gonna be looking out for and taking care of 5 dogs this weekend, which I'm honestly super stoked about, because I fucking love dogs. They're amazing. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm literally not allowed to have a dog in this apartment, I would so have at least 1 dog by this point, because hot diggity do I love those little critters. Just bought myself two not flamethrowers, fucking fire blasts, because, you know, Daphne. Ooh. Should I possibly, buy a thunder for speed? Oh, that is almost kind of tempting. But that's 70% accuracy, though. And also the fact that thunder is nerfed from 120 to 110. The thing is, let's get rid of sound attack. Even though I would prefer that, because sound attack is, it's actually pretty useful. Because, you know, having your opponent miss can be a fucking godsend at some points. But, that's just a thing that it's kind of cheap. So, yeah, I would prefer not to. Ooh, oh, fuck it. It's not like I use my money for anything else, so, let me see here. Who should I give that to? Let's give it to Narcissus first, and then, you know, let's see where we go from there. Or maybe... fuck it, let's just give a full 10 to Narcissus. Because, you know, it definitely needs the speed. Need for speed. Oh, man. And 8. 8's good enough. Let's give some to Kadunza. And I'm thinking I'm giving 2 to Artemis, and then 8 to Dahlia. Should be good. To get everybody up to like a pretty decent speed. And you know, I can always grind money later. It's not like this is what I need to be doing, you know. Or it's not like I need to do this right now, you know. So for now, this is pretty good. Because actually, let me check the speed stats after this. I'd be kind of curious to see if there's like an actual noticeable difference. You know, there might very well be. Well, I know I didn't give any to speed, but I just want to see. Ooh, 122. Gosh, heckin' dang it. 74? That's respectable. God, that is not a very good special attack stat. Oh my god. 83. Huh. That's pretty good. 56, not the best, but, you know, Cradily isn't exactly known for its speed anyway. And 104, pretty good, pretty good. And, you know, I covered this in the last episode, but I still have a Versace with me, because I don't really have any Pokemon that I would want for my sixth slot. Jesus God, that is just the most impossible. Yeah, I don't have anything that I want for my 6th slot, so I would prefer having Versace there just to be able to provide some pickup. Speaking of, actually, I would actually prefer to grind Versace up just one level, just to evolve it into a Linoon, because I'm pretty sure I need strength in this dungeon, and you know, no, nothing can learn. Let me just give to be extra sure of this. Let's see here, strength. Yeah, and I definitely don't want to give it to Dahlia, because Dahlia already has such a tight move pull, and Artemis, same. So, you know, I would rather give that to Artemis. Speaking of, let me just give Rock Smash that I've just, you know, done that. You don't need Order Sleuth. Whatever. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to grind Versace up to level 25, and I'm going to see you guys when I have done that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use these two people, Gabby and Ty, because, you know, you can just rematch them as many times as you like. So see you guys later. And there we go. Only took 2 battles, and, you know, we got a little bit of extra experience, a little bit of extra money. So I'd say that is a win-win situation. And boom jams. We got ourselves the Lanoon. Actually, like Lanoon's cry. It's pretty cool, I'd say. Also, for reference sake, yeah, Milotic grew to level 34, I believe, and Lanoon also learned Pin Missile, so that's fun. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to utilize that, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. There it is. And you know, 25 power for a 2 to 5 hit move is like pretty okay, actually. So who knows? I mean, it is technically, you know, part of my part of the team in the way, in the sense that it, you know, we did catch it in, you know, the Nuzlocke proper, so, you know, it's part of the team. It's part of the family. Oh well. I think actually I'm gonna meet you at the top of I almost said Mount Pyre, the Mount Chimney, so you don't have to sit through that whole rigmarole. And here we are at Jagged Pass. Oh, those boulders shaking in response to the magma emblem. The magma emblem. Yeah, I just, we can catch something in here. Huh. I wonder what it could be. I wonder if it is a ground, rock, or fire type. Gee, I wonder. Well, lo and behold. Probably not going to use this one since, you know, we already have... Does that thing have self-destruct? I swear to God, if that thing has self-destruct, I'm gonna be a very, very unhappy person. Dahlia... Please, okay, magnitude, that's perfectly fine. Don't care about that. Toxic. Don't explode on me. Don't explode on me. Okay, rock throw, cool. That's also fine. Let's start chucking balls, just in case. Well, let's live dangerously for one turn. Hooray! I'm gonna enjoy going back to the PC after work and seeing if it actually had the possibility of exploding. I'm pretty sure. Nah, I'm gonna take one out of the Lucajin book of nicknaming Pokemon. Because why not? We already have Garnet. Why not? Oh my Jesus. I need to put up repels. Or, you know, I could literally just use these as, you know, level up fodder for Narcissus. But, I'd rather not. Because, well, actually, nah, okay. They don't give out the best experience in the world. So let's use up our super repels, or let's actually not do that, because that's literally why I bought so many max repels. So let's dig into Mount Chimney. Oh, you know what? I actually kind of like that Groudon now. Its resting place was under Mount Chimney, because that actually makes a lot of fucking sense, as opposed to it being at the bottom of the ocean. Like, why would it be under the ocean? Well, I mean, I suppose that still makes some kind of sense, since the Earth still extends to the bottom of the ocean. I don't know. I'm trying to make excuses for this game. Hold it right there. You don't really expect me to keep by traption and let you waltz by me? Waltz. What a word. Yeah, I actually... Yeah, God. I suppose that is one thing I can get into, since we're in an Emerald exclusive area, which brings me to the point of, like, pretty much everything that Emerald added to Ruby and Sapphire. I don't think there's a single thing Emerald added that I didn't like that they added. So, like, you rouse my suspicion. So, like, I'm kind of sad. Like, that is one of the reasons why I didn't like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, is because, they completely neglected Emerald and everything Emerald did. Like, not even, like, counting the Battle Frontier, which, of course, that is also a travesty, but even if you don't include the Battle Frontier, there's still so much that Emerald did. Like, all of, from just, small things like small details to, like, this whole area and all that. I suppose ORAS could be excused for not having this specific area. What was I? Whatever. For not having this specific area, because, part of Ruby and Sapphire was that, you could play either or, and they would make... They're pretty much the same game. But, I mean... I suppose they could have just... I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that this I can at least give some kind of excuse for. But, no Battle Frontier. They took out pretty much the entire post-game and just, added more fucking Hoopa portals. Like, who cares? Like, yeah, I suppose it's fun with, with the islands and, the being able to catch some of the legendaries. Like, okay, that's fun. But did you have to, like, not include all the good things that Emerald did? Like it all comes down to pretty much, the comparison of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, because you see so clearly, like, one game, like, well, the duo of games of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, like, the amount of polish added into that game is crazy. Like, I think there's, like, a quote from the game director for Heart Gold, Soul Silver of, like, yeah, there was a point where we should have stopped because we added so much into the games, but we just wanted to make these games, like, the most perfect games. You could, like, tell how passionate they were, and, you could also tell how passionate they were just from, playing the game, because if you played Gold, Silver, and or Crystal when they came out and when they were new, or just in general before Heart Gold, Soul Silver came out, and then played Heart Gold, Soul Silver, girl, that was a fucking experience. Because, I mean, those games just added, like, they took what Gold, Silver, Crystal did. Well, they took base games of Gold and Silver, took what Crystal added onto those two games, and then that took it, to the 4th generation and just made it even more amazing. Just, I could never sing too high praises for those games, because they're just incredible. But my point with that was, like, with that quote of, like, oh, we just, I feel like we almost added too much, like, we worked on this so hard. And then there's the quote, I think it's from Junichi Masuda, I could be mistaken, but it's the quote of, like, we didn't add the Battle Frontier because kids these days just play mobile games, and they wouldn't be interested in the Battle Frontier. They just want to play through the game and throw it away. It's like the biggest fucking middle finger to, like, every Pokemon player, pretty much, because, like, that is such a bad excuse to not add the Battle Frontier to the game. Like, just because, people have iPhones, you shouldn't make your games as good as they could be? Fuck you. Just straight up fuck you. That is, like, that's still, like, it's not like I get mad. I wouldn't say that I get mad, but I get, like, it's that whole parent thing, like, no, I'm not mad at you, I'm just very disappointed. Like, that is pretty much what I'm feeling. It's just disappointment. One of our guys was freaking out that he lost his magma and blah blah blah. Wait a minute, was it you who found it? Nah, I just fucking broke down this wall out of sheer intuition. I wonder how that works, actually. Like, are there just some fucking, like, sliding doors made to look like rocks? I never thought about that. How does that work? Like, is there some secret trap door that opens up, or, like, what about that one picnicker that's standing right there? I mean, I guess that comes down to, like, these are Game Boy Advance games, so you can't exactly, show the full scope of everything. So, like, the picnicker, like, in quote-unquote reality, probably doesn't stand, like, right next to the exit, but, which, I'm sorry that this is turning into the bashing Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire episode, but, that actually brings me to another point that, what I liked about Heart Gold Soul Silver is that when they remade it, they didn't, like, it wasn't a tile for tile remake, like, getting for, like, I don't know. I don't think it's tile for tile. I think every area is at least a little bit bigger, or at least it feels that way. I don't know. I can't really explain it. But with Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, where they, you went from a Game Boy Advance game to a 3DS game, you could do a lot with that. Like, I'm not saying you need to make every single route, like, fucking expansive and massive, but, like, come on. One for one, tile for tile, come on. That's pretty lame. Let me actually check how much, yeah, okay, because then, let's also check, by the way, how many Lepa Bears we have. 12, okay, that's pretty good, actually. I think, actually, I'm gonna stop here, because I think this is about halfway into the Magma Hideout. So, I am gonna be seeing you guys in the next time. Goodbye.